Okay, this is TempleOS 5-minute random code walkthrough episode 64, and I'm your host Terry Davis. And it looks like we are in the header file, the main header file, and we're looking at member list. What this is for the compiler. You might be asking, well, let's go to the compiler statement parser and that's kind of weird. Member list new. 1, 2, 3, 4. I made a function just for that. Anyway, so when you declare a class, then it when you declare a class, then it adds all the members to it. Anyway, let's go over the fields that are in here. This is a linked list. The next field tells it's off of a class. It's off a source sim. No, it's off a class. Yeah. Okay, a class has a member list. What is the second member list? I don't know. Maybe that's function arguments and local variables. Anyway, a function is a class. And a class is a source sim, and a class has a member list. So it has a tree for fast left right. It has a binary tree. What is number 2? I don't remember. I think that's for member list 2. There's 2 ways to access it. It's kind of ridiculous that you don't have that many local variables, so it was kind of silly when I added trees, but I went ahead and did it in case somebody made a really big local variable list, or if you made a class that had so many members that a linear search was a problem. Anyway, so a member has a class, and I made something called metadata. What that is when you declare a class, you can well, let's give an example. When you declare a class, you can and you have a member variable, let's say age, then you can enter metadata. Like if I say, okay, so now if I say my meta 1, 2. Anyway, so you can put any label you want right in here, and we have a demonstration somewhere here. Class meta. So if you have when you declare a class, you can make a print string, then you give it a value, default value, and then in your application you can access the hash table to find the class, and then you can access metadata. So this dumps a structure. So let's say you wanted a format string for all your member variables. Then you can make a routine that accepts a class name. It's, use count. Okay, well, that's pretty obvious. Every time a class gets used, its use count goes up. That's so you can tell if you have an unused local variable. And flags. Okay, well, register. If it's a register variable, you can tell it. You can tell it which register to use. This is the offset off of the base pointer. All local variables and arguments have a reserved spot for off the base pointer. Even the ones with that are register variables, they have an unused spot on the stack. If this local variable or class member is an array, then this is an array dimension. An array dimension. You can have multiple dimensional arrays. Anyway, static data. Okay, this is if it's a static local variable. Did I mention that functions are treated as classes? So like if you have a function, then do you see how this resembles a class? When you declare a class, do you see how it's similar to declaring a function? So this is just like saying, this is almost exactly, so a function is almost exactly the same as declaring a class. And then when you go into local variables, it continues. So it's just like declaring a class. So my parser treats them, I use one routine to parse. Anyway, so this is if it's a static local variable, and this is if it has a default value. Your arguments to your function can have default values, and if it's a function that you're passing in, then this is a pointer to the function. How about qsort? Have you ever seen qsort? Okay, this has a function that we're passing in. We're passing in a function, and so this is a pointer to the function. Why don't I'll just do a quick search, and we can find out what left2 is used for. I think left2, right2, member add. Okay, find2, member find2. Let's see. So there's two indexes for the binary tree. I don't remember why we have two indexes. Maybe I can get rid of it. Ha ha ha. Could just be for duplicates. I don't think it's just for duplicates. That would be silly, wouldn't it? I don't know. I forgot. Left2. Maybe I can. Left2, left. when we add a variable, find to. It could just be for detecting duplicates. That sounds pretty weird though, doesn't it? Oh well,